Hi, my name is Mike Smith. I'm one of the reviewers for Hollywood Jesus. I'm not used to being in front of a camera. I usually use my pen, anonymously, behind the scenes, so you don't have to look at me, and I don't have to try to memorize what I'm going to write and give it to you verbatim here. So I'm going to probably just read most of this. But the reason I'm talking to you today is I have a movie that I'd like to push. It's a movie called Love's Kitchen. It's a small movie, not a blockbuster. May not even be the best made movie in the world, but it's a first time out for someone, and his name is James Hacking. He wrote and directed. He's put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this movie, and what I want to tell you is that some movies have a different special touch about them, and that's what I like about this movie. It has that special touch. The movie is quiet. It uses emotion. It uses the looks on people's faces. It doesn't blow things up. It doesn't have an alien invasion or an implosion of a marriage. All of these things are kind of standard fare for the movies nowadays that we see. But that's why this movie is different. It tends to look at things and the relationships and the friends that gather around a man who's been hurt and broken. His wife has died. He's trying to create a living for him and his daughter. He's trying to come out of the funk that's created when his wife dies. And what happens? His friends rally around to support him. Good movie stuff, isn't it? So anyway, what I'd like to do is just tell you about this movie. It's called Love's Kitchen. It features Doug Ray Scott and Claire Forlani and some other cameo appearances by famous chefs you'll see on TV, on other stations. But what I'd like to say most of all is that I'm going to have to read part of this because I'm not an actor. One of the things I noticed about the story is that it doesn't spend time on extraneous things. It basically brings us a story. Sure, there's the natural backstory and conflicting stories that come together all at once, but they come together satisfyingly in a small-town, homey fashion. Doug Ray loses his job. Doug Ray Scott, who plays Rob, he loses his wife to a car accident the day she was looking to make an offer on a piece of property that ends up being his restaurant 3 years later. All the things that have to happen to make that come together are kind of amazing, and if you think about it in your own terms, it'd be a big deal to have to work through all of that and to have all the memories come back all the time and still try to make it happen. Rob, who is played by Doug Ray, as I said, he has a skill. He's a talented chef, but he throws it all away into a fit of depression when his wife dies and doesn't do anything with it. Finally, someone pulls him out of his shell, who is Claire Forlani, who plays an undercover or kind of semi-retired critic. She pulls up. She decides that he's got the talent, and she encourages him to open this other restaurant. And the only restaurant he knows about is the one his wife has looked at. So he goes for it. He tries it. Some of the townspeople are all behind it, and there's a couple that aren't. And generally, the people that aren't are those who see their little fiefdom being imposed upon. So all I can say is normal stuff. Now, as much as I agree that our planet is imminently to be taken over by alien powers, I still think it's good for us to learn to love one another and take care of one another and to rally around our friends. So until we're assimilated, let's do that. Let's become the kind of people that we all would like to see and all would like to be, and all of us believe that we are. Here's a movie that actually challenges us to say, look, here's a normal situation. How would you respond? Here's how we responded. Let's see if you can do the same. So human frailty is no surprise to us. Love's Kitchen deals with the human frailty. It deals with loss. It deals with catastrophe. It deals with tragedy. It's very quiet about it. Most of what you see is a look on people's faces as they work through the loss and the tragedy and just the basic misunderstanding of why did this happen to us in this life. But they deal with it. They go through with it. They rally together. Friends support friends. Friends sacrifice for friends. These are all themes that are important to us in movies, stories, and even the greatest novels of the last several centuries have proven. People with character, people that care about others, are usually the heroes of the story. So all I want to say is take a look at the movie. Go out and see it. Buy the DVD. It's worth watching. Thanks.